Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs at Pokeokes. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can thank for thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or death since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste, namastizzle, peace, blessing, shalom, greetings, yada yada yada. What's going on, people? Happy Friday. Today is December 12th. I'm hoping that y'all are having a great day, that y'all had a great week. You know what I mean? What's up, Mystic TV? Greetings. Peace D. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Why you thought today was Thursday? I don't know. How much did you smoke, Negro? No, I'm playing. I don't know, man. It seems like all my days have been screwed up. So I think several people have said this, but I think timelines really are merging. You know what I mean? Because I think last Saturday felt like a Thursday. I mean, things are screwed up, man. I think they are fucking with the timelines, which they showed in Loki, that miniseries or series Loki. Yeah. So yeah. But as far as why you thought it was Thursday, I have no idea. It is Friday. You ain't smoked in a week. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not sure it is, sir. I hope that y'all are getting in your brain supplements. I'm always saying that, invest in your brain and everything. Yeah. So I want to start this off differently. The title of this broadcast is It Takes a Village. You know that old saying, it takes a village to raise a child and everything. So I'm sure by now y'all have seen the viral clip that has gone on. And I'm not gonna lie, at the end of it, I got emotional myself, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with that clip. Having dreams about spirit babies. Okay. Spirit babies. That's interesting. Info. Spirit babies. Wow. Okay. Like I said, by now, if you've been paying attention, you should have seen this clip by now. Very, it tucks or pulls at your heartstrings. Let's show it. Let me just show it.
Somebody else could have just walked past and picked this little girl up, bro. These people is crazy out here, bro.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, I found this little girl walking past my crib, man. By herself, cold, man. Who fucking daughter is this, bro? Thank God I synced her. Somebody else could have just walked past and picked this little girl up, bro. These people is crazy out here, bro. So out here walking by herself. How old is you? 6? Man, that ain't crazy, bro. I swear some people don't need kids. swear some people do not need kids, bro. I'm so happy I seen her and then nobody else see this little girl, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Walking in my area like that's crazy, man. I didn't want to put her in my car. I ain't about to lie. So I got out and walked with her. She talking about she was walking to school, so I'm about to walk with her and make sure she go to this school. I feel like she don't. That's why I feel like she don't. Whose damn daughter is this, bro? I need y'all motherfucking ass beat. I tell you that. Whoever daughter this is, y'all let your daughter walk. I heard no fucking hat, no shoes. Thank God I fucking seen her. There's sick ass people out here. Thank God I seen this little girl, bro.
This man is literally crying, y'all. He's crying.
And she got me so mad and angry, bro. Nigga got this little precious little girl just out here walking by her fucking self, bro. I ain't want to put her in my truck, bro. So I got out and walked with her, made sure she got to where the fuck she going. Bro, motherfuckers got this little girl out here just walking, bro. It's fucking crazy, bro. This sick ass motherfuckers out here and people don't fucking care. That'd be the crazy part. Motherfuckers be out here don't give a fuck. I hate people like that. I hate people. I hate people with a fucking passion, bro. Oh, I'm so happy I seen this little girl. I feel so bad she would have ended up on the news. Damn, that shit. Come on, little mama. She out here with no fucking hat, no fucking. I called the police.
This is in Detroit, y'all. You know how cold Detroit gets?
I don't play about fucking kids, man. I just seen her walking, bro. She said she go to this school. I'm trying to make sure she go to this school. I already called the police. I'm gonna see her, make sure because if she not, I'm going to the police though.
Yep, I got you. That girl, who's the teacher? Miss Alexander. Okay, go on up there.
That's the teacher?
Yeah, that's her teacher here.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell personal about that.
Yeah, man, because whoever her fucking parents is, that's fucked up, bro.
Okay.
Look, I just see her walking. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure she's still here.
Okay. Yeah, she is.
She is. Y'all know her?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
baby.
She probably scared. She been walking for about 10 blocks.
Where's your sister?
She probably scared. So many people just pulled up on that little girl. I'm so happy I seen her.
Thank you, baby. God gonna bless you too.
I'm so happy I seen her.
Yes. Thank you.
Y'all see that?
Damn, that's crazy, man. I didn't want to put her in my truck because I didn't look like I was trying to do. Damn, dog. Damn, that shit just hurt me, bro. This motherfucker sick as fuck out here, dog. Well, I found this little girl.
All right. This man was so moved, he shed tears live. You know what I mean? And never has a statement like "it takes a village to raise a child" been more relevant than this. This little girl is 6 years old, walking by herself in Detroit in 12-degree weather. No hat, no gloves, no boots. So I followed the story. And he went back to the school. He went and bought gloves, hat, boots to try and take it to her. They wouldn't allow him to give it to her because he wasn't a family member, but they took it for her. You know what I mean? This man woke up the next day. He had about 42,000 new followers. Okay. And this story has went viral and it was on the news in Detroit. This is Detroit we're talking about. I followed the story as I follow certain stories, and they located the parents. Ratchet looking motherfuckers. Surprise, fucking surprise. You know what I mean? And they donated to this brother. He got thousands of dollars. People just out of the kindness of their hearts, they were so moved. They were so touched by his act of kindness. He didn't want to put the little girl in his truck because he didn't want to be seen as weird. You know what I'm saying? Or like he was trying to kidnap or do something to her. So he got out his truck, his warm truck, and walked with the little girl 10 blocks. You know what I mean? And the outpouring of money that came into this man was overwhelming. All right. And you had one person actually talking about she was giving a suggestion, but telling this man what he should do with his money. Surprise, surprise, or who it was. And people jumped on it. That like, we're blessing him. What are you, I mean, why are you trying to tell him what to do with his blessings? You see what I mean? And people wonder why I hate people. You know, I'm spiritual as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm very spiritual, but I hate people. You know what I mean? I hate people. I hate humanity. And I've never been shy about saying that. How can you be spiritual and hate people? It's easy. It's very easy for me. I ain't got to like everybody. That's Christian nonsense. Right. Very crazy. Both parents fucked up there. If you go and do a search on Facebook, you will see the amount of posts that come up. And as a matter of fact, let me do it now so I can show you what her parents look like. I'm going to show you. Fuck it. It takes a village, right? So it takes a village to expose people too. Man, how did I put it? I put a man walking little girl to school. That's what I put it. And all these posts came up. I found him. His name is Joshua Threat. You know what I mean? He got so emotional, and you can't help but to feel emotional with that brother. You see what I mean? He was actually very emotional. I ain't gonna lie. I came close to tears myself when he broke down crying. You know, there's so many follow-ups. You know, and look at this update. The parents were arrested. The parents were arrested. Let's look at this together. Shit.
Had no shoes, no hat, and was shaking from the cold. How could any parent allow such a young child to walk to school alone in freezing temperatures? She had already walked nearly 10 blocks by herself. It would take only a few seconds for someone to take her. The little girl looked confused and shivering, as if she had no idea where she was. The man kept repeating to himself, "Who lets a child walk outside like this?" Because he was afraid of being mistaken for a kidnapper, he didn't dare put her in his truck. So he chose to walk beside her, block after block, until he finally got her to the school. Shaking with anger, he called the police. Some people should not be parents. This child could have disappeared at any moment.
Absolutely correct. I say that all the time. Everybody don't need to be parents, you know. And the way society is now, it really would take a village for us to get up out of this. Because if you pay attention to the children around you or in a public setting, look at how the children act. You know what I mean? Look at how the children act. All right. There's a reason that they have destroyed hip hop. They've absolutely destroyed hip hop and have used it as a weapon. Okay. Used it as a weapon. I will stand on that. They use it as a weapon. But let me go back. I think I saved it. I might not have. Here we go. I found the parents. Look at the parents, y'all. Check it out. Look at the parents. Fuck that. We listen and don't judge. We listen and we judge. Those are the parents right there. There you go. Oops. Sorry. I went to the wrong place. Look at that. Those are the parents right there. Dora pause. Anyway, there you go. That's the story of the week. All right. I'm not gonna say you've been living under a rock if you haven't heard the story, but yeah, that's what happened this week. You know. So how's y'all week going? Whew, Lord have mercy. Someone asked me earlier this week about what I actually practice. They were trying to figure out, like, okay, if you know so many different systems of magic, which one do you actually call yourself? Like, what title? And I said, if I had to say what my actual religion is, I said it would be hoodoo. Okay. Yes, I do know a lot of systems of magic, but hoodoo is my base. All right. Because I use oils, I use powders, I use sigils, I use everything. I use prayers, incantations, you know what I mean? So it would be hoodoo. All right. Let's see. What else did Katrina when also, like I say, it takes a village. You also got to pay attention to your children, or to children, period. Okay. Children are more in tune with spirituality than adults. Okay. Life happens and then we become dumbed down, so to speak. But I don't want to say it like that's dumbed down. I shouldn't use that term, but before life happens, we're really, really spiritually attuned. We astral travel a lot. You know what I mean? So anytime a child says something, pay attention. All right. This next clip shows you why you shouldn't think that a child needs help or something if they're seeing something like this.
Y'all, I don't know who she's playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her.
They're tickling her.
Stop.
Who playing with you, baby?
And I pray so much, it can't be no bad spirit in here. I pray so much over this house.
Hey, you play with your granny? You play with your granny? You play with your granny?
She is really interacting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who is that? Who is playing with my baby?
Stop. You was strong gas. Stop.
Yeah. So this is something you should be paying attention to. Instead of, I get they want to record it, but this is something you should be paying attention to. Okay. Obviously, that child was seeing something. And again, everybody don't need freaking kids or children. What's up, Tosh? How are you? How is it in Chicago? It's a beautiful day here. It is like 74 degrees. Weather's nice. It's December, but yeah. So pay attention to the children. My heart breaks for that child that had to walk, but I even reached out to the brother to thank him and said, man, thanks for what you did for that little girl. You'll be blessed. I just wanted to give my thanks to him for doing that. That touched my heart. It really did, because I probably would have did the exact same thing. You know what I mean? There was one time our across the street neighbor's daughter, she was locked out of the house. And she came over here. I forgot the exact details, but I was home by myself and she was like 13, 14 years old. I did not let her come into my house. I was like, let me see if I can get in touch with your parents, but I was not letting her inside my house. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he did the right thing. You know what I mean? So you jealous? It's cold and snowy. I'm so sorry, Tosh, but it is December and you're in Chicago. So I hear that there's really cold weather about to hit the eastern part of the United States. When my baby was like 4 or 5, she'd often speak this language that sounded like gibberish to me, but it flowed so fluently. I knew she was tapped in. Oh yeah. I'm gonna follow this story too. I'm gonna see if I can follow this one. See if they give updates, since they were recording in the first place and people were asking for updates. You know what I'm saying? But when something is, your child has responded to something like that, that's something that you need to pay attention to. It really is. Okay. Again, switching gears real quick. Okay, like I was saying, hoodoo is what you would call African. Oh, I hate this term so badly. African American folk magic. That's what it is. Hoodoo. Okay. That would be my religion. That would be my base. Okay. Because I utilize everything that's in hoodoo. All right. There's a set that I mentioned to y'all before a while ago. It was $8,500 the last time I looked. All right. It's called the Hoodoo Conjure. Wait. It's called Hoodoo Conjuration. Let me see. So Hoodoo Conjuration, Witchcraft, and Root Work. 5-volume set. Each volume is 1,000 pages. All right. And if you don't remember the story, what he did, they went around the whole United States to interview, deep down south to interview people. Okay. Root workers. All right. Conjurers, practitioners of hoodoo. Okay. And they compiled this volume set. 5 volumes, 1,000 pages a piece. Last time I looked, it was 80,000, not 80, $8,500. That's what the 5-volume set cost. All right. I was able to locate it in PDF. I'm surprised somebody did that. So I have all 5 volumes. You know what I mean? What's up, Wolverine? How are you, sir? Do you think it's worth it? Do I think what's worth? Do I think the set is worth it? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. African American is a copywritten term categorized as meat products. Right. Yeah, you already know why. Oh, absolutely. I hate the term. I hate it. You know, but this is what they call hoodoo, African American folk magic. All right. Very powerful when you tap in. Okay. Denise Alvarado was on here last year. And check that out when you get a chance. Very informative live we did that day. Okay. Let me see if I can, if the let's see. Let us see. Let's give me a second, y'all. So much to unpack in this particular book. All right, check this out. Check this out. This is part of it. This is just one part. The preceding story is true, not a funny story. Was it a practical joke? Were the girl's cousin trying to help or hinder the romance? Did informant's rival belong to the conspiracy? Whatever the purpose, the conspirators devised it in terms of ancient witchcraft. Human excrement, also urine, is a powerful protection against or cure for evil intent. Oh, check out the next one because I highlighted the next one too. I know a lady whose husband would fight her quite often, and he was noted for biting her when he fought her. And she was told when he bit her severely to go to the cemetery and get some of the dirt from the graveyard dirt, and put on this where he bit her, and it would cause all of his teeth to drop out. Did she do it? Well, she went out there and put it on, but whether his teeth dropped out or not, I do not know. They say they get dirt from a sinner man's grave, and they say they can take that and they can put you out the world with that. They say they'll take that and make a heavy wish on it. And some people, they say, mix sinner man's grave mix sulfur with it. They take and sprinkle around, in the air, and you inhales it. And they say, then you'll go down on the bed, you'll stretch out on the bed and be in, what you call a lingering spell until after a while you commence to what they call withering away. Ain't that crazy? That's some crazy shit right there. That's really some crazy shit. That is from volume 1. Volume 1. All right. Remember what I was saying the last couple of lives about how, militant I've been and how I say that, nothing's changed. And we keep seeing all these examples of racism and prejudices. Here's yet another one. You should take every threat seriously. If someone threatens you, you should take it seriously. Okay. You shouldn't be laughing about it. You shouldn't be, of course, record it, but yeah, check this out right here. I don't know what's going on. right now. Look at this.
Dude, there's been burglaries in here, and you're making people paranoid. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Okay?
That's nice to know,
Get
man.
the fuck out.
Wow. This man trying to say I caused burglaries. Wow.
Where's your partners? Where's your partners?
So what?
Don't come close to me. Where's your partners?
Are you trying to
You
hit me?
motherfucker.
You trying to assault me, sir? Oh, he finna run me over. That boy not playing though. Chill, bro. I'm trying to leave. Could I go, bro? You gonna run me over, gang? He trying to run me over, folks. Let me get up out of here, man.
Let me explain why I don't find this funny. Caucasians know who to fuck with. They know who to bully. All right. The fact that you're taking this so lightly and calling him sir, you know what I mean? You're supposed to, I'm sorry, this is just a suggestion, but you don't be respectful to someone who's being disrespectful to you. All right. Enough of that in 2025. Enough of that. Okay. Seriously. Enough of that. All right. He's telling you to get the fuck out and about to hit you with his truck, and you call him sir, and I'm trying to leave, sir. I mean, yeah, that you think that's wild. You got to look through the pages. Again, 5-volume set, 1,000 pages each. And the stuff that I found is beyond crazy. It is absolutely hoodoo. And don't forget the Obeah Bible. That's another hoodooist Bible. You know, Withering Way sounds like that Stephen. Yeah, that sounds exactly like that. You know what I mean? Had to be in your city. I think this is in San Francisco, California. Okay. I've always found it odd that California is such a beautiful place and got some of the most hateful people living there. You know what I mean? They got some really racist or prejudiced people there in California and Florida. I don't know really why we're so entrenched with staying. Me and you both, Tosh. Me and you both. This country became worth a damn because of us and will become a sinkhole once we leave. In fact, it's happening. Right. It's happening slowly, but we are seeing it happen. I agree with you completely, Tosh. You know, it's crazy. Like I said, they know, based on your energy, they know who to fuck with. They do. Because he wouldn't have rolled up on me like that. He wouldn't have rolled up on me like that. And I wouldn't have been smiling in his face or calling him sir. It wouldn't have been nothing of the sort. Right? I don't know either, though, Tosh. I'm looking at your comment again. I don't know either. You know. But again, it does take a village. All right. Pay attention to these children. And I'm going to keep myself updated with this case. You know. There's some sundown towns in Cali. Is it? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Again, I always just found it odd that one of the most beautiful states, you know, I've been there, and California is gorgeous. It's a beautiful place. Got some of the most hateful people there. I remember one time I was watching Rap City. Y'all remember Rap City, or am I going back too far? I was watching Rap City, and you remember Hits? You remember Hits? Skinny dude? Hits was in Florida. And I think his is from DC, if I'm not mistaken. His is in Florida, and he's on the beach, and he's trying to interview people, being funny. And this one guy looked at him real hateful or something. And of course, Hits said something about him. I mean, he said what he could on camera, but You know, Florida too got some of the most hateful, prejudiced people in Florida. Um, in the midst of all of what I've shown you so far, teaching them young, though, I promise you, teaching them young will have an effect. All right. Teaching them spiritual sciences and spirituality young, that's a good thing. All right. Such is the case here. MLK once said that the most prejudiced person was the liberal progressive. Wow. That I didn't know. Thanks, Tosh. So California being racist tracks. Absolutely agree. But check this out, though. Getting taught early. Sorry, y'all. It's something going on here. It's not responding. Give me a second. I'm going to have to bring it back up. For some reason, it's not coming up. Oh, let's see if I can get it to come up again. All right, let's try this again. Y'all still with me? Everything cool? Y'all are quiet today. I know it's a Friday.
Pour a little bit of water on the ground. A little bit. Okay, so now we say we pay homage. Who should we pay homage to? Who should we? Ancestors. Ancestors. We pay homage to the ancestors. Okay. Ifa. We pay homage to Ifa. Put it in your mouth and spray it on my head.
Thank you. Hey, this water?
This water, yeah. Put it in your mouth, spray it on my head. Good job. Okay. All right. Now, for the gin, since you're too young for the gin, take the gin, pour a little bit on my head. Make a fist. Go like this. Elawa rock. Elawa rock. Elawa rock. So now touch the ground. Ile mokwel. Ile mokwel. Ile mokwel. Touch my head. Ori mokwel. Ori mokwel. Good job. Ori, I don't call you for death. Sickness, loss, or anything negative. I call you for a long life. I call you for wealth. I call you for a good spouse. I call you for more children. I call you for all good things.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Now you want to throw them on the ground. Ori olowo moko mora. Ori olola moko mora. Ori olosi sushon. Osalulu.
All right. But that's what I'm talking about. Teaching them early. Y'all cool? Hey, what's up, astrology villain? How are you? You know what I mean? Is that Native American or African language and culture? I think, I'm not absolutely positive, Tosh, but I think it is Native American. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I have to do a little more research on that one clip. Okay. But teaching, if you can, whatever you know, teaching them, you know, what to do, how to protect themselves. That's, I don't think there's anything better that you can do as far as, you know, anything. Be quite honest, you know, but does take a village, and if we teach our children more than, you know, the latest rap videos, they will progress so far. What's up, Deja? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Another book that y'all might be interested in, and I'm sure I've shown it before, is called The Lost Spells of Moses. And it's attributed to Marie Laveau. All right. I'm sure she didn't herself write this book, but that's what they attribute it to. Okay. It's called the Lost Book of Moses. The Lost Spells of Moses. I'm sorry. Okay. This is what the beginning looks like. Okay. Of course, they show a white man, of course. Channeled and edited by Brother Cernos. I think I'm saying that right. All right. And one of the first spells that I highlighted was a money drawing spell. Okay. It's called a money drawing corn spell. And what you do is you buy 7 coins in Hoyt's cologne, and you can find that at any botanica. All right. It's one of the main colognes that they sell, like besides Florida water. Hoyt's cologne's another one. Okay. You keep them in your pocket for 7 days. You cut out the pocket and cut its size open so that you're left with something of a rectangle. You buy a big corn head. Now, I have no idea where you would get that from. When the minute hand rises, rewash the coins and place them on the corn head and cover them with the pocket. You hit 8 nails in the corn so that there is a nail on the both sides of all coins. If you did this correctly, the pocket should have tightened over the coins and they should not fall off. And you say, and this, I guess, is this conjuration. Praise waiteth for thee, O God, in Zion. Unto thee shall the vow be performed, O thou that hearest prayer. Unto thee shall all flesh come. Iniquities prevail against me. As for our transgressions, thou wilt forgive them. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, thy holy temple. By terrible things thou wilt answer us in righteousness, O God of our salvation. And it goes on. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Okay. But after you say, you bury the corn in your yard and you say, Shema Israel Adonai, keep it. All right. I highlighted another one. I think. Find a lover. All right. You go to a graveyard on a Friday, which is today. So you would do this spell today. You go to a graveyard, you find a red flower from a grave of a man if you are a woman, and the other way around. And you kiss the gravestone 3 times. You take the flower with you home and crush the petals and put them into an oil bottle. You add vanilla and blood from your ring finger. You take the oil to your porch or just outside the front door or balcony on the next such Friday when the sky is full of stars, and open the bottle. You hold it like that and say, Peter, Thaddeus, Matthew, Thomas, Judas, John, Andrew, James, Philip, Simon, Bartholomew, James. You dress a red taper candle with the oil and dab some of it on your private parts. You light the candle and say, Mary, Mother of God and forgiver of sins, the flesh is weak. And you let the candle burn to the end. That is to bring a lover or find a lover. Okay. This is from The Lost Spells of Moses. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so if I go here, 3 days ago, about the little girl who was walking. There's so many updates and so many posts about that, and a lot of posts of about the guy walking her. And they actually, the news actually interviewed him. Joshua Threat is his name on Facebook. And said, "This is Joshua Threat. This broke my heart. Parents should never let their 6-year-old walk to school. This country is full of child predators and disgusting human beings looking to take advantage of vulnerable children. Bless this guy for seeing a little girl walking by herself and making a conscious decision to walk with her as she walks to school." Okay, there's like so many updates to the story. But if please, oh, I see this.
The cold. How could any parent allow such a young child to walk to school alone in freezing temperatures? She had already walked nearly 10 blocks by herself. It would take only a few seconds for someone to take her. The little girl looked confused and shivering, as if she had no idea where she was. The man kept repeating to himself, "Who lets a child walk outside like this?" Because he was afraid of being mistaken for a kidnapper, he didn't dare put her in his truck. So he chose to walk beside her, block after block, until he finally got her to the school. Shaking with anger, he called the police. Some people should not be parents. This child could have disappeared at any moment. When they finally reached the school doors and staff confirmed she was a student there, the man finally exhaled, almost in tears. "Thank God it was me who found her and not someone else," he said. He added that the world has become deeply sick. The parents of the little girl who
So they say the parents were arrested. So there's that. Peace, Mooney. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I got another one, y'all, called the Hoodoo Bible. All right. Now, if you're wanting or you're interested in learning about hoodoo or reading about it, this book is got some great information. It's almost 1,000 pages also, though. Okay. And the 7-in-1 Root Doctor's Conjuration to Black Folk Magic is what it's called. Okay. The Hoodoo Bible. Let me show y'all what the book look like. This is what the book looks like. Okay. I might be nice and put it in Patreon. It's called the Hoodoo Bible. Okay. Herb and root work, conjure oils and mojo bags, easy and advanced spells, candle magic, and divination to get your mojo working. Okay. Mama Marie is the author, right? Like I said, this came out recently, 2021, and almost 1,000 pages. But let's look at the table of contents. Okay. They give you a full history and slavery. They go through High John the Conqueror and the history on that. Traditional religion in West Africa and the Americas, emancipation and the transformation of hoodoo, and so on and so on. All right. The cultural impact of hoodoo on oh God, I hate this African American shit. But anyway, beliefs and practices in hoodoo, differences between hoodoo and voodoo is a great chapter. All right. And second chapter is a short encyclopedic vocabulary of hoodoo, the gift of magic, the hoodoo altar, the spirits of conjure, all right, places of power, and the basis of root work and herbal magic. All right, bottling up your magic, an introductory guide to contain spells, how to make a hoodoo doll. Yeah, there's a lot. Here you go. Protection spells, love spells, luck spells, spells for success and wealth, spells for justice, herbal magic. It's just so much to this. Again, it is almost 1,000 pages, like 973 pages. We go to, let me see, can y'all still see my screen? Okay, yeah, y'all can still see. Look at that. La, 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 la. Attraction, love. Okay. Before getting into the nitty-gritty of love spells, critical to note that it is not advisable to direct these spells towards one particular person, as tempting as that thought might be. Love spells work better when you simply wish for the love and affection that you desire to come to you from the right place and person, instead of tying someone to you against their own free will. All right. Let's look at the first one. This spell must be cast on the night of a full moon. The silver ring should be wrapped in a clean white cloth. A hole should be then dug and the ring buried within. After the ring is buried, focus on the kind of love you want to attract. Visualize it as vividly as you can. Pour some wine over the spot at which you buried the ring as you visualize the love you want. And then you say these words: Blessed Mother, fair and true, this gift I offer unto you. Bless this ring and make it shine. Bring a lover to be mine. Let it be so. Or so mote it be. The ring should then be left buried till the next full moon. After a full month pass, the ring should be dug up from the earth and worn on the ring finger of the left hand. The love that you seek shall be drawn to you. Okay. Bring back your ex. I told y'all that's not a good idea. If y'all remember the one, the example I gave y'all, the woman who kind of begged me for a month to bring her lover back, to bring her ex back to her. I kept warning, don't do it, don't do it. You know, deeply sick. Yes, exactly. Please be nice. I try to be nice. You know, I'm sometimes a cynical asshole, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully she got some solid family, because that system ain't no better than her parents. I totally agree. And a lot of people saying that, you know, calling CPS might not even be the right thing to do, because that shit, she'll be swallowed up in the system. You know what I mean? I agree with you, Ultra Instinct. What do you think about abracadabra as a power word that's been used for thousands of years? I'm trying to think. A book that you can, I think the Book of Power goes into that word, abracadabra. But words of power are something that you should take note of, that you should use. That's like one of the main ones, abracadabra. They are X for a reason, right? Right. If you remember, if you weren't around for that story, the guy came back for a week and then she threw him out, right? She threw him out. He tried to get in her house and burned her house down. True story. True fucking story. I have warned her. You know, I have warned her, repeatedly warned her. I said, this might not be the way you want to go about this. Don't do this. All right. You can find someone else. No, I want him to feel the pain I felt, because he left her for her sister. Right. So, of course, she was humiliated, but I kept warning her. So he finally came back, and disaster, set her house on fire. You know what I mean? Trying to get to her. And the only thing I told her to do, this is the thing, this is the only thing, and this is a hoodoo practice. You know, the only thing I told her to do was take some worn underwear of his and bury it in your backyard. That's the only thing I told her to do. All right. And it worked. He was back in a week. So, yeah. Okay. So, judging by the faces y'all making, y'all don't know that story. I told that story. It's an old story. I kept warning her for a whole month, every day. Help me bring him back. I kept saying, no. I don't want you to do that. Because he doesn't want to come back, and it's not going to be the way you want. All she was concerned with was hurting him. That's all she wanted. She really wanted revenge. You know what I'm saying? So Came back for a week. She put him out. After that, he was trying to get to her, burnt the house down. I told you so just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't cut it. I told you so just doesn't cut it. Know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? One of the shows, you know, I'm good for recommending shows and TV series and movies. But this one kind of went by the wayside, and not a lot of people know about this one. It's called The Secret Circle, and it was on Netflix, and they took it off. So if you can find that, look at The Secret Circle. Okay, they use crystals heavily in that one. It's about teenagers, though. All right, right, exactly. Her intentions were wrong. She kept saying to me that she wanted them, she still loved them, but at the same time, saying to me, I want him to feel the pain I feel. You know what I mean? Right. Ultra instinct. Right. Talk about backfire. That backfired like a motherfucker. So I can tell by y'all responses, y'all never heard that story before. Again, my apologies for acting like I told that shit a week ago. I told it years ago. But yeah, that's one of the things I absolutely regret. And so this is one of the reasons I don't give out like black magic spells or spells that harm or intentionally try and fuck someone. That's one of the reasons I refuse to do that. I don't want to be responsible for helping someone fuck somebody up. You know what I mean? So I got some kind of morals and integrity. At least I think I do. You know what I mean? Foundation, is that on Netflix or is it on a streaming device? Or if anyone is looking for the series The Magicians on the CW app. Dresden Files, that's another one I never heard of. What's the Dresden Files about, Tosh? What's that? I never heard. Y'all fucks me up with that. You know that? Y'all fucks me up giving me new shit. You know, I love it though. I do. I really do love it. Y'all keep me on my toes with that one. Let's see. Pluribus is the one I'm still need to get to. Pluribus. All right, so Dresden Files, and don't forget, y'all, The Secret Circle. Again, it's teenagers, though. Fair warning, it's teenagers. And as a matter of fact, you know who put me onto The Secret Circle? Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett was the one who put me onto The Secret Circle. Okay, it's only like 22 episodes. All right, but check out The Secret Circle. It's on Tubi. Okay, both free. The Magicians is the bomb. All right, you can't get more blatant than The Magicians. All right, of magic. As far as magic is concerned, you can't get more blatant than The Magicians. Yes, it goes crazy. That shit goes hard. It is fire. The Magicians is it. A man that comes from a magical family, but is an outcast because his father wasn't magical. Okay. All right. Foundation is on Apple. I watch this on the app videos. Y'all going to make me go to Apple one of these days. But I hate Apple. I hate their products. I hate everything about Apple. We got Foundation from Ani. Oh, okay. Foundation. Speaking of which, I think we are due to have another live with him soon. I got to reach out to him. Okay. But so far, what I got, okay, don't forget The Secret Circle, all right? But I got Pluribus, Dresden Files, and Foundation. Am I missing anything before I get out of here? Tonight is Scrabble night. I owe my wife an ass whooping because she beat my ass last week. She tore my ass up. But yeah. If nothing, all right, it does take a village, y'all. If you have children, hold them close to you. You know what I mean? Teach them young if you can. Teach them what you know. You can teach them hoodoo, and it won't be detrimental to anything, because hoodoo is just folk magic. All right. African American folk magic. Okay. All right, y'all. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks so much for joining me. Tosh, stay warm. I know you don't like the cold, as cold as it is, but I am going to stay updated on Joshua Threat and that little 6-year-old girl. I'm going to stay updated on that. Matter of fact, I follow his page now. Like I said, he got like 42,000 new followers once that video went viral, and the way he broke down at the end just touched everybody's heart. 42,000, and people just started pouring money into him, which, I mean, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? What can you do, man? That act of kindness touched. If that didn't touch you, you just a fucking demon. You know what I mean? I can catch that live with you and Ani. Okay. Yeah, I need to reach out to Ani this weekend. Okay. All right. So let me get out of here. It's been too long. Yeah, Scrabble's fun and shit. I missed y'all last one. When was the last one? The last one was around my birthday, I think. We'll have one, and I'm hoping it's gonna be on a Friday too. If you're here now, it's usually on a Friday, usually around 3:30 Central Standard Time. So hopefully you can catch the next one. Y'all have a great weekend and be safe. Please be safe. And I'll see y'all next time. For it does take a village for these children. We need to get these children, y'all. We need to protect them and teach them. All right, it does take a village. I'm the one and only, the only one. Magick LaCroix, the diabolical one. Magick LaCroix. I see y'all next time. As I greet you in peace as always. Namaste. Peace, y'all. Peace and blessings, legacies. I see you. I'm sorry, but you caught me at the very end. I see y'all next time. Ashe.